What is going on, guys? What is going on, 27 Squad? Welcome back into another video, and today we're gonna be talking all about Azeez Ojulari. Now, obviously, we won that game against Carolina 25-3. There's a lot of positives to take out of that game. You guys can check out my recap video. I know we're going on to the Kansas City Chiefs now. Maybe I'll have some sort of preview talking about the game with Kansas City before Monday night. We'll see about that. Maybe I'll go live, but make sure if you guys want to check out my recap and me talking about the team as a whole, make sure you guys check that out, card up above. But today I really want to focus on Azeez Ojulari. Now, Azeez Ojulari had a fantastic game. Obviously his career best so far in his very young career. So far played in I believe all 7 games to this point, and has increasingly gotten a bigger snap count, or a higher snap count, throughout his season so far. His week 2 season kind of spiked up a little bit, but this was his career high in snap counts, and it really paid off. So you can look at his stats right now. They're popping up on the screen. He obviously had his career high in snap counts, like I said, 67%. Nothing has been higher so far, and if you could see the pattern from week 1 all the way to week 7, it's gotten increasingly better. Now, obviously in week 1 and week 2, 52% and 63% is nice, and that's a huge jump there, but it jumps back down to 50, 54, 62, 62, and now 67, and it pays off in huge dividends. Azeez Ojulari had 3 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks. He had a phenomenal game in which he completely dominated. We're gonna go over the film in just a little bit, but I really want to talk about Azeez Ojulari, comparing him to someone like a Chase Young. And do not get me wrong, I'm not saying that Azeez Ojulari is better than Chase Young, but when you come to like game planning or thinking about the New York Giants, you have to think about Azeez Ojulari just as much as you would think about Chase Young when you're facing the Washington football team. They're not the same player. I believe Chase Young is better, but when it comes to straight up production, Azeez has been doing better so far this season on less snaps. Azeez Ojulari has played a career high of 67% of snaps, and that amounts to 43. If you look at Chase Young and his season so far, he played just about every freaking snap, over 75% every single time, just about 86, 91, 89, 80, 79, 74, and 84. And we can't use the excuse, well, Azeez has help, and that's why, he's not getting double teamed. I know he has Leonard Williams, but if you look at the Washington football team, they have a lot of weapons there. Chase Young should definitely be able to, get more one-on-ones. Maybe he's getting double teamed, but then that would obviously allow other pass rushers to get there. So, I'm not saying Chase Young is terrible. I'm saying that the stats are very comparable. I'll put it on the screen right now, the pretty much side-to-side comparison of how each player is doing right now, and I'm loving the way Azeez Ojulari is playing. He's definitely a steal at pick 50, second round pick. He was already a steal during the draft. Obviously was supposed to go in the first round. A lot of people had him as the best pass rusher in this year's draft. I think I had him as my best pass rusher late into the draft process. I definitely didn't have him there in the early process, but definitely later on, I definitely had him as the best prospect there. Obviously, Azeez has 5.5 sacks, tying the rookie single season sack record for the New York Giants in franchise history. 5.5 sacks that was set by BJ Hill. He's now tied with BJ Hill. A half sack more will make him the franchise leader. Obviously, I know 9.5 sacks or something like that from Lawrence Taylor, but they were not counting sacks at the time. He is the reason actually they counted sacks in the first place. He's the reason why they started counting sacks. But you got to be fair with when the rule was made, and Azeez Ojulari is damn near close to being the franchise leader in sacks, as I predicted going into the season. I think a lot of people wound up predicting that as well. Some people didn't even know about the franchise record at 5.5 sacks. So that being said, let us go into the film of Azeez Ojulari and pretty much go look at exactly what he did on the field against Carolina and their offensive line. Alright, so we're going to be taking a look at the film here. We're going to start off with the all-22 film, and we'll kind of play it out here and see how it goes. You look at, this was definitely a mistake by Darnold here, and we'll get into Azeez Ojulari too, but I kind of wanted to give the all-22 first. So this is definitely going to be setting up kind of a clear out here. It's going to have a corner running over here and a kind of a spot route ending up right here. Darnold definitely should have hit that right there, but obviously he didn't. But look at Azeez Ojulari and look at the move that he made there, and we'll look at the box view in a second. But Azeez Ojulari is going to line up 5 technique, right? No, actually this is 7 technique. This is 7 tech, and he lines up 7 tech a lot. I see the Giants lining him up, to the right of the tight end a lot. So he's going to line up 7 tech. He's going to get a free release here because the tight end does not chip him. It's going to allow him to get more of a rush over here with, lining up from 7 technique. You're farther away. You can build up more speed, build up more power, and you could blow right by, especially in an unathletic tight end like a Taylor Moton is. And pretty much blew right by him in the beginning, but makes a little cut right here and gets right inside and is able to get to Darnold and make him throw a duck to Robbie Anderson. That should have been a beautiful pass, wide open, and probably should have gotten some yards, but Azeez Ojulari definitely had something to say about that. So you look at here, the box view here, obviously a better view over here, so you can see where he's lined up. This is not even 7 tech because this guy's way off the line. So it's like 9 tech almost. It's like a 9 technique almost. He's way off. Look how far he is from all the other guys over here, right? So let's check this out here. Azeez, you're going to get a free release. This guy is not going to chip at all. And look at the angle already that Taylor Moton has to get. He has to kick slide his way all the way back here. He's already at a disadvantage with Azeez on a free rush over here. Darnold dropping back. Okay, he's going to mess with his hands a little bit. And he's gonna push him right off. Look at this is not where you want to be as an offensive lineman. You already lost. You look at your feet are facing the back. You already lost. He makes that little cut in here, free open lane right here. Azeez is able to get there and interrupt that pass. So we could kind of watch in a slow motion here. I wish Game Pass did it a lot. Game Pass allowed that slow motion there, so I could actually do that for you guys. I know it kind of looks a little blurry here, but you could see Azeez on the beautiful cut in. Like, you'll see more pass rushers do a better job in cutting inside like that. That was a little unorthodox the way he did it, but he got there nonetheless, and it disrupted the pass. All right, so now you're gonna see a beautiful run stuff by Azeez again. Azeez going to be lined up off the right tackle again, and this time he's lining up at the regular 5, the 5 tech. So he's just playing regular old defensive end right here. They're kind of overloading right here. You can see that. So you can go ahead and run this outside stretch here. Azeez Ojulari getting inside, making sure. So let's watch this play out, and kind of stutter steps to weasel inside, to worm his way inside here. It's beautiful the way he did it. So he's kind of gonna make a little cut like a wide receiver almost, kind of do a little stutter step, try to wiggle his way inside here. He knows his outside stretch coming to Chuba on the outside here. Gets in the way here. This tackle has nothing to do here. This guard is trying to do his best but can't get a holding call. And Azeez wraps that up beautifully. Did a great job there stuffing the run. He's not really known as a run stuffer, but he did a phenomenal job there. So this is where his first sack here, his half sack. He didn't really do too much on this. It's kind of clean up here, right? So they're gonna run sort of a RPO here, and Taylor Moton again is already gonna be at a disadvantage, already kind of leaning this way. Azeez Ojulari is pretty much going to get a free rush. There wasn't a lot of hand fighting here between the battle between Moton and Azeez. There wasn't a lot of hand fighting. They really didn't do too much with the hands. Azeez, to me, doesn't have a lot of an arsenal with his hands. He's kind of just a pure pass rusher and doesn't really use his hands too much. You can see in the other plays that I showed you guys. But he gets pretty much a free ride out and cleans up the sack. Leonard Williams did a phenomenal job there. Let's look at what Leonard did real quick. So Leonard pretty much got a free rush too. Like, this RPO was all messed up in the beginning. They had this tight end pulling, and where the hell was he even going? He did nothing to impact Leonard Williams there. He kind of leaked out. He kind of pulled and leaked out. This was a terrible design there, but did not work out for the Panthers, and in turn worked out for the Giants. So this is when they benched Sam Darnold, and I apologize here. This is literally the Game Pass, the NFL Game Pass quality of film here. It's blurry. It looks like somebody like coughed on the damn camera. I'm sorry about this guys, but this is not my doing. This is literally NFL Game Pass and what they're showing with the quality they're giving to their paying customers. So that being said, you see Azeez back in the 5-tech, sort of, 5-tech. He's way off a little bit, kind of not as close as a guy like Quincy Roche did, who also played a very good game. Kind of a little bit off there, and like I said, this is setting up a speed rush. He's gonna build up the speed, try to get all the way around. That's pretty much what he does. He's not a guy that uses his hands. You can see he's not a guy that really makes a he did a little subtle move here, right? Like kind of a little rip, not even a rip, just like a little smack of the hands, right? He kind of just smacked his hands out the way and kind of went over. He didn't even do like a rip move. He kind of just moves the hands out the way and tries to get. He has pure power and speed, a perfect combination of power and speed to get there and not have to use his hands. Of course, you would want your pass rushers to use their hands a lot better. But, I mean, when you go against inexperienced tackles like a Taylor Moton, who's not great, and a rookie left tackle from BYU, Braden Christensen, I mean, there's not much you need to do, really. I mean, right off the bat, Braden Christensen, although he looks like an athletic tight end, kind of have a slim build for athletic tackle. He has a slim build to him. Doesn't look like he has the footwork, though. His footwork is way off. He doesn't have a clean, consistent kick slide here. And you can see this. Look at that. He gives up automatically on the kick sliding and just kind of stumbles his feet and just automatically gives way to Azeez Ojulari because he's just way too fast. It's impossible for a guy as inexperienced and a rookie like this to face up against another rookie nonetheless. But this guy has so much good speed and power, perfect combination of speed and power. There's nothing you really can do about this. Look at this. There's nothing you really can do about it. So like I said, Azeez Ojulari is definitely his strong suit here is to line up far away from the tackle, build up that speed, build up that power, try to compensate a little bit for the lack of hands. He did an alright job there, and just look, automatically PJ disrupted, the pass is disrupted by Azeez Ojulari on PJ Walker. So again, the Panthers, I don't know what these play calls are. Azeez Ojulari has been a menace to them all game, and they're not adjusting by having Ian Thomas kind of chip him a little bit. You see Azeez Ojulari lined up all the way in the 7-tech. They're doing the same thing with Azeez Ojulari all the time. They're not setting Ian Thomas to chip him a little bit, help out Braden Christensen a lot, and this is what happens. This is what happens. He did nothing. He was a freaking doorman. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. All right, and look at Azeez, and look at PJ. He has no clue what's about to hit him. So this is just pure athleticism. Like Azeez Ojulari didn't do anything. Oh, this is the other play here. Yeah, not even. He used those hands again. Kind of the same play we saw last time. Just pure athleticism. Pure athleticism. He just let him go right by. Look at that. There's nothing Braden Christensen could have done because he's just not good enough. Azeez Ojulari just basically beat up on a bad tackle. Now, I'm hoping Azeez stays as consistent as like this. I know he looks really good against his bad tackle. Look at this. Oh my gosh. This guy. Bench this guy. But yeah, he looked really good. I really hope he looks this good against other tackles here. Let's check this out. So same thing, same exact thing we saw for the past 2 plays when he's lining up on Braden Christensen. So he's gonna line up. Like I said, he kind of lines up. If you see here, he's basically in the 5-tech. But if you see where Quincy Roche lines up in the 5-tech, it's definitely a little closer than what Azeez does. And I think Azeez, like I said, I think Azeez does this on purpose to try to build up that speed, build up that power to get around the edge. If you line up closer, you're going to have contact a lot earlier, and you're not going to be able to build up that speed and power. Azeez Ojulari knows he can get around Brady Christensen with ease if he were to line up here. Like I said, they don't have this tight end. They don't have these guys blocking or chipping Azeez Ojulari. He's literally just going. He's just going. And again, Brady Christensen, same thing we saw. He's going to give up on that kick sliding, does not anchor his feet, doesn't even get his hands on Azeez Ojulari. So how can he even set an anchor? You have to get your hands on the guy first. Again, gets hit with the same move. Azeez Ojulari does not even have arm technique like that. Okay, look it. He just done that. He just put his hands down, slapped his hands out the way, and kept it moving. He didn't hit a dip move, didn't hit a rip move, nothing like that. Didn't do anything like that. Azeez Ojulari can do it all with just pure athleticism. Of course, like I said, you want to see these guys have better hands, but if he can get it done without it, I mean, that's beautiful, right? That is beautiful. So there it is, guys. That's Azeez Ojulari on film. So that's all I got for you guys today. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and share this video out with your friends, New York Giants friends out there, and keep watch of all the content I have coming you guys' way. Let's see if I make a video on the Chiefs. Maybe hopefully I'll do one. It's a Monday night game, so it gives me a little bit more time to get one out to you guys. So that being said, like I said, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed, subscribe if you guys are new, and I'll see you guys in the next video.